What's up, Soul Fam, and everyone out there in the world? This is Nihility to Entity Tarot, and this is going to be a Venus and Leo mid-season check-in for the collective plus all signs. Now, this is a general reading, so not everything that you're about to hear may resonate to your situation. If it doesn't, take what does resonate and leave the rest. Now, with Venus being in Leo, this is all having all of our love, appreciation, and what we want to compromise with, all in the Leo energy, which is fixed fire, being fixated on its own ways of feeling the emotions. So this is pretty much an ooh shining, I want that type of period of time. Alright, so if we feel like it's something that catches our eye, we're going to be passionate to go after that person, place, or thing, circumstance, or situation when it comes to the Leo energy, which again is fixed fire. So we're all fixated on our own ways of seeing things in a passionate way. And with Venus on top of Mars, this can make us overly love, overly appreciate, and overly compromise with whatever we are fixated on when it comes to love, appreciation, and compromising. Anyways, I want to shuffle this deck 3 more times. I'm going to pull 9 cards plus an overall from the Universal Collective Tarot deck, and then pull clarifying cards from the Waite deck, and pull 3 cards from the Moonology Oracle deck for the collective. And then when we get to our signs, I'm going to pull 3 cards each for each sign, plus clarify it with the Waite deck, and pull 3 Moonology cards for you as well to see what Mother Moon wants to tell you through me. Now, we'll have time steps in the comments, and we'll shuffle this 2 more times and we will begin. Alright, 1 more time. Alright. Now, let's pull out the cards and we will start. Overall. Alright, so the overall card of the reading while Venus is in Leo for the collective, for this last half of Venus transitioning Leo, is the 10 of Pentacles. So with the 10 of Pentacles, this is saying that we are in a position of having everything that we want and need when it comes to our love, appreciation, and what we want to compromise with. Alright, we are in a very good place in this area of life, so, or in the realms of love, appreciation, and what we want to compromise with. So this is a really good card to see. Now, with the Knight of Pentacles being the first card from the initial spread after the overall, it's saying that we're taking our time on what we love, appreciate, and compromise with, or thinking practically about it, and being very methodical moving forward. Now with the Magician card being the next card of the in the spread, is that we are manifesting. So whatever we are going after when it comes to love, appreciation, and what we're compromising with, we are manifesting in this area of life. We are getting closer to achieving success. As long as we continue to go down the road we are going down, we need to be practical and put practicality in the situation, and know that you are manifesting, or we are manifesting as a collective with this Venus and Leo transit. So with the Set of Pentacles, this can hint at impatientness, or we are waiting for things to grow into fruition when it comes to love, appreciation, and what we are compromising with. So we could be in like I said, becoming impatient, but we'll have to clarify that when we get to it. Now with the High Priestess being the next card, this is saying that we are following our intuition as well as having the knowledge and wisdom when it comes to our love, appreciation, and who or what we're compromising with. But this is also a card of secrets, so we may have to watch out for anybody around us that we love, appreciate, and who are compromising with, as well as a situation or circumstance, because there may be secrets. But I feel as if this is more hinting towards intuition, because we do have the Magician card here before the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is just our intuition guiding us towards manifesting what we want and desire when it comes to love, appreciation, and what we are compromising with. Now, with the next card being the Queen of Pentacles, this is saying that we are taking care of ourselves in order to take care of others in the realms of love, appreciation, what we want to compromise with. Alright, this is a card of fertility. This is a card of nurturing. This is a very motherly-like card, so we could be being motherly to those that we love and appreciate and compromise with. And keep doing so. Keep being motherly, keep being caring, and keep adding love into the situation. Now with the Ten of Wands being here, this could be burdens. We are heavily burdened. Maybe we are missing stuff in the past that we love and appreciate. And this is having us carry these burdens, having us carry this weight on our back. What we need to do is to drop whatever doesn't serve us for our highest good and the betterment of our well-being in order to move forward. This can also be a card of success, so as long as we continue to strive forward in what we want to do, we are achieving success. So, yeah, but there are burdens that we're carrying on the back, and let's continue. Which I feel like this is burdens because the Five of Pentacles is here as the next card. So with the Five of Pentacles, this is a feeling of being left out in the cold when it comes to love, appreciation, and what we are compromising with. So, with that being said, do not let this feeling of being out in the cold affect us in the realms of love and appreciation and Venus-like energies, and continue to go after what we want and desire when it comes to love and appreciation. Don't let this feeling of being left out in the cold and being alone divert us from manifesting what we want and desire when it comes to love and appreciation. And know that thoughts and feelings are not yours, that you are able to transmute these at will, because you as a spirit is nothing, no shape, no form. Now, with the King of Wands being the next card, this is saying that we have a vision that in the realms of love and appreciation and what we're compromising with. This could be a project or a goal or aspiration or a business, a personal business, a relationship that we're passionate about. But like I said, with the Seven of Pentacles, do not let impatientness or the fact that things aren't growing as fast as we want it to grow, and divert us from this vision. Because the King of Wands, if he does not see things come to fruition, he will drop that vision because he feels like it's not worth continuing going forward because there's nothing to gain out of it. Trust in the universe, trust in yourself, believe in yourself, have faith in yourself, and know that this will come to fruition because we have the Magician card here before the Seven of Pentacles. So we are manifesting even if it doesn't look like we are. Alright? Now with the last card that we get is the Page of Wands. So we went from the King of Wands to the Page of Wands, which is, I'd rather see the Page of Wands to the King of Wands, but with the Page of Wands, this is giving birth to a new vision, and with that vision that we envision for ourselves in the realms of love and appreciation, what we compromise with, we are learning along the way. Alright? So I'd rather achieve and strive forward back into this King of Wands energy, but as far as the spread looks, we are dropping from a king to a page. Just don't let that impatientness and you seeing nothing growing out of the situation or circumstance that you're in when it comes to love and appreciation, and what you compromise with, divert you from going after said love, appreciation, and what you're compromising with. Now, with that being said, let's clarify these chords, and I'll shuffle these chords 3 more times, and we get to clarifying. And then we'll move to the all signs, or move to the Moonology oracle cards to see what Mother Moon wants to tell all of us to you through me. And yeah, one more time. And let's continue. So, with the 10 of Pentacles, it gets clarified by the 10 of Cups. So, we have, by having everything that we want and desire when it comes to love and appreciation and what we compromise with, we are in a very happy and abundant place. Our life is full of happiness when it comes to the area of love, and this is a really good place to be in, especially if we're manifesting or we're working on something currently, in a current situation or circumstance. Now with the Knight of Pentacles gets clarified by the 4 of Cups. So with the 4 of Cups, this is a card of dissatisfaction. So we may be taking things slow because we feel dissatisfied about what the outcome is. Do not let impatientness or the vision of seeming like nothing is coming to fruition divert you from going after what you want and desire when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're compromising with. Okay? So continue to strive forward, continue to manifest, because we are manifesting as long as we continue to go after what we want and desire. Now with the Magician card gets clarified by the Knight of Wands. So, like I said, as long as we continue to strive passionately forward to what we want in the realms of love and appreciation and what we compromise with, we will achieve manifestation. We will get to where we want to be. We will get to we'll see the fruits of our labor. And again, do not let impatience get in the way. Continue to strive forward with what you want and desire, and know that we are manifesting. The 7 of Pentacles is clarified by the 6 of Swords. So, with the 6 of Swords, this is saying, clarifying the 7 of Pentacles, this is saying that we are transitioning from a negative place to a positive place, regardless of what is happening in the, with the realms of waiting for stuff to grow. Okay? And with, if you can look here, I'll show you quick. Hold on 1 second. Okay. And you see here, the 6 of Swords is going away from the Knight of Wands. So if we let impatience, I'll get back to what I was saying, and I accidentally stopped the video. But yeah, the 6 of Swords is pointing at nothing, as you can see. So, with that being said, the 6 of Swords pointing at nothing means that if we let the impatience and letting the act of nothing come to fruition get to us, then we will. That's exactly what we're going to get, is nothing. So we must not let that transition, let this impatience transition us into stopping what we're passionately going about. Because if we continue to go passionate about whatever we're doing in the current moment, we will manifest. We are manifesting. Just don't let it in. Like I said, don't let the impatience get to you. With the High Priestess clarified by the 8 of Swords. So, even though the 8 of Swords is a card of worry, overthinking, feeling trapped, our intuition is guiding us out of this Eight of Swords energy. Alright? We must follow our intuition, follow what we feel called to do, alright? And continue to strive forward in what we are manifesting for ourselves, and not let this impatience get in our way. Now with the Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So with the Four of Pentacles, this is talking about holding on to things too tightly, but I feel as if we need to hold on to what we are manifesting and what we are doing in the realms of love, appreciation, and what we are compromising with. Be that a business, a relationship, a goal, an aspiration, whatever we are putting our love into, we need to hold on to it and nurture it and take care of it. As well as, but this can also mean that we need to let go of what doesn't serve us, aka let go of the feeling of being impatient on things that are not going into fruition, because they're just moving very slowly into that, into growing into fruition. Do your best to remain patient, do your best to remain doing what you are doing in the current moment, and things will come to fruition. Now with the Ten of Wands gets clarified by the Knight of Swords. So, with us continuing to move forward and communicating on what we want and desire, this is a burden to us. We may be carrying burdens, but with burdens, an original Rider-Waite Ten of Wands is a guy carrying a group of sticks, and he's heading towards the castle. So, as long as we move forward, regardless of how burdened we feel, we will manifest. Alright? Don't let the anxiety get to you, and do not stop continuing doing what you are doing in the realms of love and appreciation. Now with the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Swords. So we are adapting to our situation, we are adapting to our circumstance and what we are doing for ourselves in the realms of love and appreciation, and we must watch our thoughts in order to watch how we are communicating, and we may be communicating in a little bit immature way, so do your best to watch out for that and continue moving forward. Do not let this feeling of feeling like you're out in the cold bother you, or stray you away from what you are manifesting in the current moment. Mind you that the new moon is opposite Pluto, and Mercury is about to go into Cancer, and Mercury will be opposite Pluto, and when Mercury goes into said Cancer. Now, clarifying the King of Wands is clarified by the Justice card. So, with the Justice card, this is saying that we need to create a sense of balance, harmony, and moderation. If you are participating into a personal business, set schedules for yourself. Set a routine for yourself. Remember to keep balance and moderation in everything that you're doing, and continue to strive for what this vision is. And do not, again, I've said this a couple of times during this reading, do not let this impatience get to you. Create that sense of balance. Now with the Page of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Cups. So, with the Queen of Cups being here, this is saying that we are taking care of ourselves, nurturing ourselves, and doing what's right for ourselves in order to love anyone and give our love to anyone who we feel deserves it. Because the Queen of Cups does not give her cups to just anyone. She has to feel like they are worthy for her love, which is maybe why we are dropping down to a Page of Wands. Because, like I said, this impatience, it may be getting to us at this time in whatever we are doing, and we must remind ourselves to not let that impatience get to us once again. I cannot stress that enough. during this reading, because this reading is talking about, well, its main theme is impatientness, and as long as we don't let that impatientness get to us, we will achieve success and happiness, both in the material and the emotional world. So, that being said, let's pull 3 cards from the Moonology Oracle deck to end the reading off for the collective. And we will move on to the all signs portion of the reading, starting with Aries. Okay. So, our first card from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon. Surrender to the Divine. So, surrender to the Divine. Let things grow naturally. Do not rush anything moving forward. And continue to work on what you are working on when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're compromising with. And I feel like we are all in this business-oriented energy because Saturn is in Aquarius, and Saturn is opposite of Venus at the moment. So we are acting in the realms of reality, based off of what makes sense and what is going to what makes sense and what is going into fruition and what we can gain from what we are doing. But of love is going towards what we feel passionate about, what we feel fixated on, and what feels like shininess to us. So, like the card says, surrender to the Divine. And continue to move forward and do not let this impatience get in the way. Now, with the first card of Moon, being the next card from Mother Moon to you through me, this says your commitment is being tested. So know that your commitment is being tested at this current moment. This could be even the universe seeing how committed you are on working on whatever you're working on, or whatever you're doing, or the relationship that you want to work with, or whatever it is. Each individual is going to have their own story, but know that your commitment is being tested. And then the last card that you get is Rain and Moon. What do you need to release? So, what do you need to release? Because we may have been in situations growing up where we were casted down, where we were thrown away, where we were not listened to. We may have been in situations, circumstances where our parents or people who we looked up to didn't believe in us, or trust us, or think that we were going to succeed in whatever we were going to do, or just our own thoughts and feelings of negativity. And if it's our own thoughts and feelings, or whatever it is, any thoughts and feelings, we must transmute them into positive thoughts and feelings by knowing that we are no shape, no form, and that we have the ability as a spirit, being no shape, no form, to transmute into any negativity into positivity. Now, moving on to the all signs section of the reading. Okay. There's a dog walking. Give me 1 second. I'm going to have a cut. Yeah, so family, I noticed that there's a cut, but we're going to continue on with the all signs portion of the video. Like I said, there will be timestamps down below. So, with that being said, this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. And Aries is fixed fire, but cardinal fire, initiating and creating new ways of feeling the emotions. And this is, Aries is born out of the first house, the self, personal interest, and personal affairs. Personality, they're all about being individual. Now, let's pull 3 cards out for you, clarifying them with Waite Tarot, and pulling 3 cards out of the Moonology deck to see what Mother Moon wants to tell you through me. Now, okay, so with your 3 cards, Aries, yours starts off with the Lover's card. So this could be a very close relationship that you are having with somebody else, or this is talking about your higher self communicating to you through thoughts and feelings, as well as more importantly your intuition, and in order to go after what you love, appreciate, and what you are willing to compromise with. We'll clarify this when we get to it. Now, with the second card being the 8 of Cups, this is you walking away from what no longer serves you and your highest good in order to go after what you love and what you want appreciate and what you want to compromise with when it comes to Venus-like energies. Okay, so I see you walking away from something that no longer serves you, and your last card being the 8 of Pentacles is you working hard and mastering a craft. Alright, so you're working and you're putting time and energy into your work and into what you want to do, and I feel like your love and appreciating what you are willing to compromise with is going towards a personal business or business of some sort. Now, let's clarify these cards. Let's shuffle this 2 more times. And we will clarify your 3 cards for Venus and Leo mid-season check-in. Time. Alright. So. Alright. So, with the Lover's card, you get the Lover's card again. So, this is all. The Lover's is also about co-creation. So you could be co-creating with somebody else, or dealing with a soulmate or twin flame. Mind you, this is soulmate and twin flame is not for everybody. You may not be necessarily dealing with a twin flame or soulmate, but I feel as if this feel strongly that your higher self is communicating through your intuition. So keep on following your intuition. Or if you're dealing with a relationship, know that this relationship is a very powerful one, and one that you should keep a hold of. Now, with the 8 of Cups, clarified by the 4 of Cups, you're walking away from paying attention to stuff that no longer serves you. This is a really good card to see, even though it's a card of discontent. But with it clarifying the 8 of Cups, that means that you're walking away from discontent and going after what you want and desire when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, for the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Cups. So, you're staying emotionally grounded and being a Leo in those emotions. Mind you, I feel like you've been through a lot in your life, and whatever you're working on is something that you're putting out as a reward to help people, since the King of Cups is here, and the King of Cups doesn't become the king without enduring some form of hardships. So, keep doing what you're doing, and know this is serving others as well as serving yourself, and for the betterment of your own well-being. Now, let's pull 3 cards from the Moonology Oracle deck to end your section of the All Signs portion of the reading. So this 2 more times. This 1 and 2. So let's put 3 cards out. Okay. So your first card that Mother Moon wants to give to you through me is North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. So step out of your comfort zone. Do what it is that you feel called to do. When it comes to work, I feel like your intuition your higher self is really communicating to you through your intuition during this Venus and Leo transit. So, like the card says, step out of your comfort zone. Now, with the next Moonology card that Mother Moon wants to give to you through me is New Moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. So, know that by walking away from things that no longer serve you for your highest good and the betterment of your well-being, listening to your intuition and staying grounded in your emotions while working on what you are feeling called to work on, know that your hard work is paying off. And your last card being New Moon in Cancer, you and your loved ones are safe. So just know by you walking away from whatever doesn't serve you, know that you and your loved ones are safe, and to continue to work on whatever it is that you feel called to work on. Okay? Just keep in mind that you and your loved ones are safe. Now, moving on to Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. Tauruses, you are fixed fire, fixed earth, being fixated on your own ways of thinking and being practical. So, with that being said, you, Taurus itself is born out of the second house of values and where you plant seeds. I'm going to shuffle this deck two more times. And we begin with your section of this all signs portion of the reading. Okay. And fourth fall out. Now. Okay, so your first card is the Two of Cups. So I feel like you have started a relationship, or you are beginning an existing relationship with new energy, or this could be your higher self talking to you, just like Aries was. If you have Aries in your chart, then this intuition that's speaking to you is coming out strongly. Alright, so the Two of Cups, like I said, it could be dealing with a relationship or your higher self. We need to clarify that when we get to it. So, and then your next card that you get is the Hierophant. So, I feel like you're committed to something. You're following traditional ways of doing things. This could be a business, a relationship, a project, or a goal. Right? Whatever it is, you are putting a lot of commitment towards it is that you love, appreciate, and we're willing to compromise with. And with your last card being the Six of Swords, you are moving away from what no longer serves you in order to go after what you want and desire when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Continue to move forward, leave the past in the past, leave whatever does not serve you for your highest good and betterment of your well-being in the past. Let's clarify these cards. Okay, so the Two of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Wands. So you have sparked a new passionate vision when it comes to either a relationship or something that your higher self is calling you to go towards. Y'all Tauruses will know each individually what this is talking about. This is just the energy that's coming out, that you have sparked a new passionate vision from dealing with a relationship or an existing relationship with new energy, or listening to your higher self when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, with the Hierophant, the Four of Wands, it gets clarified by the Hierophant. So as long as you stay committed to whatever you're committed to, this will build a happy home for you. You will be in a very happy place. This could also, since the Hierophant is a card of marriage as well, you guys could be getting married for some, but for others, whatever you're working on, or whatever goal or aspiration you're going towards, or whatever you're loving, and appreciation, and willing to compromise with, know that you are building a happy home. And with the Six of Swords, clarified by the Six of Swords, this is just speaking more or emphasizing the energy of you walking away what no longer serves you for your highest good and the betterment of your own well-being. Pretty straightforward. So, just pull 3 cards out of the Moonology Oracle deck. So end your section of the reading off. So do this 3 more times. 2 and 3. And now I'll cut. Cards are a little bit messed up, but like I said in the previous videos, I'm getting new ones as soon as possible. Anyways, your first card that you get from Mother Moon to you through me is Gibeous Moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. So, know that as long as you keep committed to what you are committed towards when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with, you are very close to achieving your goal at this time. Don't give up, don't let any negativity get in the way, and you will get what you want and desire when it comes to the realm of love. Now with your second card, you get Fixed Moon. Hold your vision. So, hold your vision. Know that as long as you hold this vision, that you will build a happy home, and keep transitioning yourself from what things that no longer serve you for your highest good and the betterment of your own being, and hold your vision during this time while Venus is transitioning the last degrees of Leo. Okay. Now your last card from Mother Moon to you through me is Decimating Moon. Take time to breathe out. So, whatever it is that you're doing, take some time to be in your own space, to meditate, and that does not mean just to be in emptiness. That can be listening to music, whatever, or playing games, or doing something, whatever it is, to clear you from your thoughts and feelings. Okay, so, like the card says, take time to breathe out. Now, moving on to Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury's. Gemini is mutable air, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of thinking and communicating. And Gemini itself was born out of the 3rd house of local surroundings and friends and familiarity. Now, let's pull 3 cards out from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck for you, Gemini. After shuffling these 2 more times, 1 and 2. Alright. So, for you, Gemini, your first card is the King of Wands. So you are taking the leadership over a vision that you've had, that you've given birth to. Alright? So, you're taking very strong leadership role into this vision. Do not let anything deter you from this vision, including your own thoughts and feelings of failure or things not coming to fruition. Be patient with this vision while striving forward towards this vision when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, with the next card being the Hermit card, you are going within and following your intuition when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Listen to that intuition. Listen to what your higher self says. Meditate. Clear your thoughts about, clear your space of all thoughts and feelings, and let your intuition lead your way. Alright, so that moves us to your last card being the Knight of Pentacles. So with the Knight of Pentacles, this is saying that you are taking a slow, methodical, practical movement towards what you want and desire in the realms of love. And whatever it is that you are, that you love and appreciate and willing to compromise with. So keep taking your time, keep going after this vision that you're taking a leadership role in. Don't let anything deter you from said vision, and keep following your intuition. Let's clarify these cards, see if there's any more detail that you may need to know. Shuffle this 2 more times. And get to it. So for the King of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So you are in a place of material sufficiency and independence, and being in this energy is making it easier for you to go after your vision on what you are dealing with, what you love, appreciate, and what you're willing to compromise with. Stay independent. Know that you have what you need. As far as the material realm, you may not have everything that you want, but you do have everything that you need to continue with this vision and moving forward. Now with the Hermit card clarified by the Page of Pentacles, this is saying that your intuition is telling you to give forth to a new goal or aspiration when it comes to the material realm, while learning along the way. You're very dedicated to what you are doing in the material realm when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. And just keep listening to your intuition, and you're on the right road. With the Knight of Pentacles, you get the Seven of Swords, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. So, don't let any self-deception or anybody else's opinions or thoughts or feelings deceive you from going after this vision that you've envisioned for yourself, that you're taking a leadership role in, and push through these mental tests. Push through the self-deception if there is any, and push through, again, through all the negativity from others. Go and continue to move towards this vision that you've envisioned for yourself. Now, moving on to what Mother Moon wants to tell you through me. Okay, one more shuffle and we will pour the cards. Alright. Now, so, your first card that you get is Third Quarter Moon. Adjustments are required. So, there might be some deception or self-deception that you're dealing with during this time of Venus in Leo. Venus transitioning in Leo. Remember that Saturn is opposite Venus right now. So, if it does not seem like you are getting anything out of it, that you can deceive yourself from this vision and stop going after this vision. Don't do that. Instead, adjust yourself, remove any self-deception or any type of deception that you may be influenced by through others, and continue to move forward with this vision. Now, with the new moon in Sagittarius, know that luck is on your side. Know that your intuition is guiding you towards prosperity. Know that as long as you fight through the deception or any deception from others, and as long as you stay independent in the material realm and going after this vision, that luck is on your side, helping you along the way. Now, your last card that you get is New Moon in Aries. It's time to take action. So, like the card says, it's time to take action on this vision that you're taking leadership role in. Continue to move forward. Don't let anything deter you along the way, and keep moving forward to what you love, appreciate, and what you're willing to compromise with. Alright, so moving on to Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. So Cancers, happy flight day, by the way. And with that being said, Cancer is cardinal water, initiating and creating new ways of feeling the emotions. And Cancer was born out of the 4th house of home, private life, and whoever you deal with privately. So, I'll shuffle, shuffling the Moonology Oracle again for you. I'll just pour those out and we'll get to it. Yeah, a little mixed up. I feel like Cancer, you're a bit scattered when it comes to love, appreciation, what you are willing to compromise with. Mind you that Pluto is opposite you, so you may not be sure what to transform at this time when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. And I'll shuffle this deck 2 more times. And we will, yeah, you guys are scattered. It's okay though. We'll get to your reading. So, pulling 3 cards out. Alright. For the scattered energy, all these cards are really good. So, starting off with the King of Pentacles. So, with the King of Pentacles, this is saying that you are in the realms of having everything that you want and need when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. But you gotta be make sure that you don't get too selfish, because it took a long time to get where you are currently, and continue to proceed moving forward while helping others in a farther late life video who are there supporting you as well. When it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now with the next card is the Knight of Wands. So you are passionately moving forward towards what you want and desire when it comes to love and appreciation and what you're willing to compromise with. So with that being said, continue to move forward. Do your best to not be overly passionate or overexhaust yourself in the realms of love, but continue to strive forward towards what you want and desire. Now with the Nine of Pentacles, this is saying that you are in a place of material sufficiency and independence, and you're doing very well for yourself at this time. Now, let's clarify these cards and see if any detail that you may need to know or need help or aid with. Alright, the Five of Pentacles showed up, so peeked itself out, as well as the Star card, so you may be feeling left out in the cold, as well as healing yourself. Let's see. Alright, they didn't come out, but with the King of Pentacles, you get the Nine of Cups. So, you having everything that you want and need in the realms of love and appreciation and what you're willing to compromise with, you are an emotional independence. So, this is a really good card to see. This is saying that you are independent in the emotional realm, and not much else to say about that other than that's really good. Now, with the Four of Pentacles, this is a card of holding on to things too tightly. Maybe you are holding on to whatever you are passionately going towards, or you need to let go of something or someone, person, place, or thing, circumstance, and situation in order to move forward with what you want and desire when it comes to love and appreciation and what you're willing to compromise with. Alright? So with that being said, either let go, or if this is dealing with something that you want, make sure it's for your best of your, for the betterment of your own well-being and what's best for your highest good. Really think about it. But with the Knight of Pentacles, clarified by the Ace of Wands, this is saying that you, yes, you are material independence and sufficiency, but you while being in that energy, you have sparked a new passion when it comes to love and appreciation, what you're willing to compromise with. So, keep moving forward towards this passion And if there's anything that you need to let go of it, especially if it does not serve you for your highest good and the betterment of your own well-being. Now, moving on to the Moonology Oracle cards, and this section of the reading off. For 3 cards. So, your first card that you get is Decimating Moon. It's time to breathe, or take time to breathe out. So that's where that hesitancy and scatterness is coming from. You need to take time to breathe out, to take deep breaths. Alright, take time to breathe out, take time in order to go after what you want and desire in the realms of love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. So, the next card is called the Moon. Be bold and make the forced move. Alright, so with that being said, be bold and make the forced move towards what you want and desire. Especially with whatever has been given forth to you, as far as this passionate vision, when it comes to love and appreciation and what you're willing to compromise with. And just be bold and make the forced move towards whatever it is that you love and appreciate and are willing to compromise with. So, the last card that you get is Third Quarter Moon. Adjustments are required. So, adjustments are required. You may need to let go of whatever it is that you're holding too tightly on. Okay? Whatever it is that you're holding too tightly to, you may need to let go of this in order to move forward towards what you want and desire when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. And know that adjustments are required. Now, moving on, well, it's going to be another cut. Moving on to Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Leo is fixed fire, being fixated on its own ways of seeing the emotions. And Leo is born out of the 5th house of expression and whatever you're entertaining. So, with that being said, let's shuffle this deck 2 more times and pull your 3 cards out of the Universal Celtic Tarot. So, now, with your first card being the Knight of Wands. So, with the Knight of Wands, you are passionately going after what you want and desire when it comes to love and appreciation and what you are willing to compromise with. And you're not letting anything stand in your way when going after what you want and desire. Do your best to not be overly passionate, because Mars is in Leo during this time, conjuncting Venus, so you can be overly passionate and a bit dramatic when it comes to the things that you love, appreciate, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, with the Queen of Swords, this is talking about you standing in your truth, you standing in what you are, and being self-aware in your independence, standing in your independence, but be careful of being too cutting towards other people with your communication, because the Queen of Swords, yes, she may be a good person to get advice from, but she also says what it is. Alright? So be careful of your communication and putting down others, but stand in your truth and speak your truth when it comes to your love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, with your last card being the Seven of Swords, this is saying, it's talking about some deception, whether it be self-deception from yourself, or deception from others, or you being influenced from self-deception by other people's opinions, thoughts, and feelings. Don't let anybody stray you from your truth and detour you from your truth and what you believe your truth is, and keep fighting and being mentally strong, because this may be a test from the universe as a mental test for you. Now, let's clarify these cards with the Rider-Waite deck. Shuffling this 3 more times. And we will get to clarify. So, with the Knight of Wands, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, this is talking about you standing or being in the energy of material independence. You are having the ability to be independent in the material realm by having everything that you need in the material realm, so you can go passionately towards whatever you want and desire when it comes to love, appreciation, and whatever it is that you are willing to compromise with. Now, with the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords gets clarified by the Knight of Wands. So you are very passionately moving towards what your truth is, or speaking your truth. Alright? When it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. You are not letting anybody hold you back from being passionate, but like I said, be careful of being overly passionate or dramatic, because you have the possibilities of exhausting yourself during this time, and that would not be a good thing. But continue to move forward with your truth in the realms of love and appreciation, and whatever you are willing to compromise with during this Venus and Leo transiting the last 15 degrees of Leo. Now with the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Swords gets clarified by the Six of Wands. So, as long as you push through this deception, and any self-deception that you get from others or from yourself, you will achieve victory. Keep pushing forward, keep fighting forward, keep being mentally strong, creating a higher perspectives that you need to create, transmuting negative thoughts and feelings into positive thoughts and feelings, and know that you are on the right track and you will achieve victory when at the end of the road. And as long as you keep pushing forward. Now, let's pull 3 cards from the Moonology Oracle deck to end your section of the reading off. So, but your first Moonology card that Mother Moon wants to give to you through me is New Moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. So do not let any fear of you possibly believing that you're unsafe or others that you care about are unsafe. And keep in mind that keep striving for what you want and desire when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with, and know that you and your loved ones are safe. Now with your next card being New Moon, a new start is coming. Know that a new start is definitely coming. As long as you keep pushing forward, as long as you keep fighting through the deception of your own doing or others' opinions, thoughts, and feelings, creating self-deception for you. As long as you fight through all of that and remain true to yourself, a new start is coming. And a new start will happen. Now, the last card is Full Moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. So, look at the bigger picture of your life as a whole. Don't fall back on what's just currently happening in the present day. Look at it as in a bigger and broader way of seeing things, like Sagittarius, which Sagittarius born out of the 9th house of wisdom and knowledge and long distance travel, both externally and internally. Immutable fire, being mutable and adaptable to its own and other ways of feeling the emotions. So, of seeing and feeling the emotions. So with that being said, look at the bigger picture and don't focus on what is happening now. Look towards the long run of whatever you are going after passionately when it comes to the matters of love, appreciation, and whatever you're willing to compromise with. Now, moving on to Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Mercury's. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. So, with that being said, Virgo is mutable Earth, being mutable and adaptable to its own and other people's ways of thinking and being practical. And Virgo was born out of the 6th house of health, schedules, and day-to-day routine, and whatever you're working on. So, with that being said, let's shuffle this deck 2 more times and pull your 3 cards out for the Venus and Leo mid-season check-in. 1 and 2. Now, so my eyes are starting to get bothered because of the humidity of this rain. It's been raining since 4th of July. Us fan, and those who are aware know that that is not natural, that is in fact unnatural as fuck. No matter what anybody or anyone says, it's not natural, and fam, you know this. But let's continue with the reading. So Virgo, your first card is the 10 of Wands. So I feel as if you have a lot of burdens on your back, esoterically speaking. You have a lot of weight that you're carrying when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Know that, just keep in mind that in the original 10 of Wands, in the Rider-Waite deck, it has a guy holding stakes and carrying it to the castle. So you could be awarded for carrying these burdens at the end, or when you get to the end of your road or end of your journey. Alright? So don't let these burdens bother you. Keep pushing forward and striving forward. Know that Neptune is in Pisces retrograding, so that's an opposite, so that could also be affecting you by going to past dreams and illusions. So you may be creating new illusions for yourself with this card here. Don't let yourself do that, but continue to go after your dreams and to continue to go after what you love, appreciate, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now with the 6 of Pentacles, this is saying that you are either being the beneficiary or beneficial in the matters of an equal and give and take situation. So I feel like you're around people and that is giving you equal give and take, which is really good. Continue to work to continue on with that equal and give and take situation or circumstance, dealing with the people, places, and things that you love and appreciate and what you're willing to compromise with. And know that this is a very good for you, no matter the burdens that you may be feeling like you're carrying. Now, with the last card being the Ace of Wands, this is saying that you have given forth or gained clarity over an idea or a thought. So, with the clarity that you've gained, use this clarity for the betterment of your own well-being and your highest good. Now, let's move on to clarifying your 3 cards for the Venus in Leo transit, while it's transiting the last degrees of Leo. One more time. And let's begin. So the Ten of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Cups. So something in the emotional realm that you're giving forth to is something that you're going after in the realms of love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. But this love may come with burdens or weight that you have to carry. Maybe this may be a business, and you're just starting that business, and you have to carry the weight of waiting for it to grow into fruition, or a relationship that you or someone that you just met and you're waiting for it to grow into a relationship. Regardless of what it is dealing with something in the emotional realm when it comes to love and appreciation and what you're compromising with. Continue to carry the burdens, because this Ace of Cups is just saying the burdens that you're carrying are well worth it. Now, with the Six of Pentacles, the Chariot card clarifies the Six of Pentacles. So, this is you emotionally charging forward in the emotional realm when it comes to a situation or circumstance that's an equal give and take type of situation and circumstance. So, if you're dealing with a person, you could be dealing with a Cancer, but regardless if you are or not, you are very connected to this person, place, or thing, circumstance, and situation very heavily, and you're moving very fast towards whatever it is that you love, appreciate, and are willing to compromise with. Continue to move forward regardless of the burdens, like I said, and let's move on. So with the Ace of Swords gets clarified by the Two of Pentacles. So with the Two of Pentacles, you've given birth to an idea, I feel like, but you're juggling whether or not to implement this idea. With this Ace of Cups and the Chariot, and the Ace of Cups clarified by the Ten of Wands, and the Chariot card clarified by the Six of Pentacles, I feel like you should continue to go towards whatever you're giving birth to as far as an idea. Alright? So, if you're wondering whether or not to do something, I feel like you should continue and proceed forward with this, regardless of the burdens. And you may be juggling because it does feel burdened on you. Continue to move forward, and you will see the fruits of your labor when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Alright, so with that being said, let's move on to the Moonology Oracle cards to see what Mother Moon wants to give to you through me. One more time, one more shuffle, and let's pull these cards. Alright, so your first card that you get from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. So, release the negativity or the burdens of the what ifs. I feel like those are what the burdens are. Release that negativity, put more love into whatever you're doing or whatever you're working on when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with, and work through those feels that you have. Work the anxiety by creating higher perspectives and higher thoughts and feelings, by transmuting those negative thoughts and feelings into positive thoughts and feelings for the betterment of your own well-being and for your highest good. Now, for the full moon in Leo, your next Moonology card that Mother Moon wants to give to you through me is the full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. So don't let pride get in your way. Don't let the fear of failure get in your way. Don't let the fear of making a mistake get in your way. Do not let anything that may affect your pride get in the way. And don't even let your pride get in your way. Okay? So just continue to move forward with whatever it is that you're moving towards when it comes to love, appreciation, what you're willing to compromise with, and know that you should not let pride get in your way. Or you must not let pride get in your way. Not should not. You must not. Because at the end of the day, as long as you push forward, you will see the fruits of your labor. Now with the new moon in Gemini, this is, I feel a bit like Virgos are a bit scattered at the moment, so let me say that again. With Mother Moon's last card to you through me is New Moon in Gemini. Communication is key. So communicating is key, or whatever it is that you're willing to do when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Communication is a necessity during this time. So communicate about what you want and desire. Communicate about what you love. Communicate about what you appreciate, and communicate about what you are willing to compromise with. Now, moving on to Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm going to shuffle these cards, so I'll just pull them when we get to it. Alright, so we shuffle the Universal Tarot deck, pull the 3 cards out where I talked about what Libra is. Libra is cardinal air, initiating and creating new ways of thinking and communicating. And Libra is born out of the 7th house of relationships and whoever you're relating to. Alright, so with that being said, let's shuffle this deck one more time, and then we'll pull your 3 cards for your section of the reading. Now, so it's your first card. Your first card is the 2 of Wands. So with the 2 of Wands, this is talking about you planning for the future. You're in the planning stages, and not the 3 of Wands, which is implementing that plan, but you are simply pondering and planning out what you want to do for your future, okay? When it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Your next card is the King of Swords. So, with the King of Swords, this is saying that you're in a very logical headspace, being air, that makes sense, but the King of Swords can also overthink himself out of situations, so I feel like you need to put balance the thoughts and feelings together, and your emotions and the way you think as well, put balance in between those 2 realms, but know that you can only think so much before and plan so much before you are there is no more planning or thinking to do, and you must act upon it. Alright? Which moves us to the Knight of Swords. So you're rushing in, we're communicating about what you want and desire when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. So continue to move forward, but do not be overly passionate in your communication while Mars and Venus are conjuncting each other, because this can be overly passionate. You can be overly passionate with your communication and overexhaust yourself during this time. Now, let's clarify these cards. So, the 2 of Wands is clarified by the 9 of Pentacles. So, with the 9 of Pentacles being here, you are standing in the material sufficiency and independence while planning for your future. Alright, so in this energy, it's having it to be easier for you to plan out your future, to plan out what you want to do, and where you want to go when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, moving on to the King of Swords. The King of Swords is clarified by the 6 of Pentacles. So with the 6 of Pentacles here, this is saying, talking about equal give and take. So you could be giving to others, and they could be giving you the support as equal give and take. But do your best to not be in this logical headspace when it comes to it, or and balance out your thoughts and emotions in harmony with one another when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Know that the people around you are good for you and that they are giving you as much as you are giving to them. Don't let Neptune and Pisces, this misunderstanding, Neptune and Pisces retrograding, which is causing a misunderstanding on past dreams and illusions, and what dreams you need to go for presently, and what illusions you need to get out of presently from reevaluating past illusions and dreams that you've had. Know that the people around you are giving you equal give and take, even if it does not feel like it due to Neptune retrograding in Pisces. When it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now with the Knight of Swords, it gets clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So as long as you communicate on what you want and desire when it comes to the realms of love, know that you will get everything that you want and need from this communication. Alright, so this is a very good card. This is a card of material abundance, and this abundance is coming from you communicating on what you want and desire in the realms of love. Now, let's pull 3 cards out of the Moonology Oracle deck to end this reading off. Or your section, at least. Anyways. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle. And let's pull 3 cards out. From the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon wants to give to you through me. Now, your first card that you get is New Moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. So, know that a new romantic cycle begins as long as you initiate communication on what you want and desire, and understand and not use so much logic in doing your best to understand using logic, and instead balancing emotions and thoughts out, and understanding that there is an equal give and take situation in your life. Okay? So, know that a new romantic cycle begins in the realms of love and appreciation, what you're willing to compromise with. Now, with your second card, being from Mother Moon to you through me, is New Moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. So work through those fears and anxieties that you may have when it comes to the people around you and whoever you love and appreciate, and whoever or whatever you're willing to compromise with. Work through those fears and know that there is an equal give and take, and know that you are in a place of material abundance and happiness, and you are the only one deterring or preventing yourself from really embracing this abundance and happiness through your fields. So, walk through those fields. Your last card that you get from Mother Moon to you through me is Blue Moon. Believe in the impossible. So, believe in the impossible. Go after what you want and desire. Communicate about it. Communicate about what you want and desire, and what you love and appreciate, and what you're willing to compromise with. And know that it's advised for you to believe in the impossible from Mother Moon. Okay? And everything will work out in your favor. Now, moving on to Sagittarius. No, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. But before that, I'm going to go get a drink of water. After putting these cards up, because it is hot here in South Texas. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Alright, you can fast forward. I hope you guys fast forward through all that. But anyways, moving on to Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. For your section of this all signs reading, while Venus is transiting the last 15 degrees of Leo. Now, cover this 2 more times and we will begin. Lay down your card and we will get started. Alright, so your first card of yours portion of the reading is the Ace of Pentacles. So you have a new opportunity when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. This opportunity seems very golden and very bright. Notice how it's very bright in the middle of the card. But in any case, this is an opportunity that I feel like you should take, and it is in the realms of love and appreciation of what you're willing to compromise with. Okay, the next card is the Death card. So, with the Death card, this is saying that you are transforming anything and everything you need to transform in order to live a more fulfilling life for yourself when it comes to love and appreciation and what you're willing to compromise with. You're not letting any negativity or anything hold you back from transforming yourself, and in order to move forward in what you want and desire in the realms of love. With your last card being the Ten of Pentacles, this is saying that you, as long as you accept this opportunity and transform yourself, transform anything and everything that you need to transform, in order to take this opportunity, you will achieve happiness and abundance in the material world, in the realms of love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. So, just focus on that transformation, focus on what's best for your highest good and best for your own well-being. Now, let's clarify your cards. And shuffle this 2 more times. And we will get to clarifying your section of the reading. Now, excuse me. One more time, and let's get started. So, the Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Cups. So you are taking this opportunity to take care of yourself and nurture yourself and love yourself and give love to yourself. So I feel like this is self-love and an opportunity to really give yourself self-love during this time of Venus and Leo, during this Venus and Leo transit. And in doing so, in taking care of yourself and nurturing yourself, you are able to take care of those and nurture those around you who deserve it and who have earned your love and appreciation and compromise. And yeah. So, to continue to take care of yourself and continue to take care of others, and I feel like this opportunity is really hinting at self-love. Now with the Death card is clarified by the Nine of Swords. So with the Nine of Swords being here, I feel as if you are transforming any type of negativity, any type of stress, any type of worry, by taking this opportunity of self-love and transforming, and doing so, and transforming this negativity and worry and overthinking, you will move on to better days, which moves us to the Ten of Pentacles, which is clarified by the Two of Wands. So, by taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, and taking advantage of this opportunity of self-love and transforming anything that you need to transform. When it comes to worry, anxiety, or overthinking, you will be in a place of happiness, abundance, so you can plan for your future and what you want and desire for your future when it comes to matters of love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Okay? So, very beautiful reading of self-love for you, Scorpio. So, moving on to your Moonology Oracle cards to see what Mother Moon wants to give to you through me. Your first card that you get from Mother Moon to you through me is Blue Moon. Believe in the impossible. So, whatever you're planning on, by taking this opportunity of self-love and transforming any type of worries and anxieties and really planning for your future, believe in that your future will be successful and abundant. Alright? Believe that you will have happiness along the way, and believe that what you deserve will come to you in fruition. Alright, believe in the impossible, Scorpio. Now, the next card that you get from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon. Surrender to the divine. So, surrender to the divine. Surrender any negative thoughts and feelings to the divine, and by transmuting those thoughts and feelings and knowing that you as a spirit are no thing, no shape, no form, and you are able to transmute any negative thoughts and feelings by creating higher thoughts and feelings. Positive thoughts and feelings. Alright? So, it's easier said than done, but with the divine on your side, and you surrender to the divine will make it easier. The universe will make it easier for you as long as you believe, again, in the impossible. And your next and final, or last but not least, your final card from Mother Moon to you through me is New Moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. So, with that being said, luck is on your side during this Venus and Leo transit. Know that you have the ability and capability of transmuting any type of negativities into positivity by taking this opportunity of self-love. And this will bring you to a place of happiness and abundance, so you can plan for your future and what you want and desire in your future when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. And understand that luck is on your side. Now, moving on to Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter. Hold on 1 second. Big boy, no. No, big boy. No soul. Sagittarius, apologize about that. Anyways, Sagittarius is mutable fire, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of seeing the emotions. And Sagittarius itself was born out of the 9th house of wisdom and knowledge. Okay, so shuffle this 2 more times and we will begin. And 2. The 9th house is also dealing with long distance travel, both externally and internally as well. So, let's get started with your section of the reading. So, with your first card, you get the 9 of Wands. So, with the 9 of Wands, this is saying that you are having to defend yourself from any negative thoughts and feelings that are transmuting themselves into negative visions, aka wands, aka fire. So, with that being said, transmute anything and everything that you need to transmute when it comes to negativity, in order to go after what you want and desire in the realms of love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, with your next card being the King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles is saying that you have everything that you want and need in the material realm. So, even though you're dealing with negative thoughts and feelings that are transmuting themselves into negative visions, you have everything that you want and need in the material realm. Just don't get too selfish, because it took you a long time to get there, or because of the length it took for you to get to the position that you are at currently. And know that you should move forward in a fatherly-like manner when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, with your last card being the Ace of Wands, this is saying that you have sparked a new passionate vision. Alright, you have sparked a new vision that you're visioning for yourself in the matters of love, and that you should go after this vision because you have everything that you want and need. But just keep in mind to transmute any negative visions that come from negative thoughts and feelings when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you are compromising with. Now, let's clarify these three cards. Shuffle this one more time. And let's get started. Alright. So, Sagittarius, the Nine of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Cups. So, know that you should transmute any negative visions into positive ones, because you need to understand that you are in a happy place at this time when it comes to love, appreciation, and whatever you're willing to compromise with. Alright? Know that that is where you're at now. You're in a very happy place right now, regardless of how you feel or what you see as far as these negative visions. Now, with the King of Pentacles clarified by the Nine of Wands, this is saying that you having everything that you want and need is because you've been through a lot. You have been through a lot, and you have been through many battles. Notice how the guy is a bit wounded and leaning on the stick. Don't let that deter you. Don't let the hardships that you've had endured to get to where you are influence you to treat people negatively, or to have these negative visions come to you, because you do not want to lose the position that you are in currently, because you took a long time to get where you are when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, with the Ace of Wands clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, this is saying that you, by sparking this new vision that you've envisioned for yourself, this is bringing change into your life. Alright? Changes are coming, and so roll with the changes when it comes to love, and you'll be okay. Alright? So, moving on to the Moonology Oracle deck to end your section of the reading off. One more time. And let's get to it. So, with your first card from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. So, you need to look at the bigger picture of your life as a whole, where you are at now and what it is to come, and in the matters of love, and not just the now. Look at the bigger picture of where you're going when it comes to love and appreciation and what you're willing to compromise with. And know that you are in a happy place regardless of what you may see as far as visions. Now, with your next card being called the Moon from Mother Moon, is be bold and make the forced move. So, you need to be bold and make the forced move with this passionate vision that you envision for yourself to have the wheel torn. Alright? So be bold and make the forced move. So you can go after what you want and desire when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, the last card that you get is New Moon. a new start is coming. So know that a new start is coming. Know that by understanding that you're in a happy place and that you should spark this vision that you're wishing for yourself to keep the wheel turning, know that a new start is coming. Alright, so moving on to Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn's. So let me shuffle this 2 more times. Capricorn is cardinal Earth, initiating, creating new ways of thinking and being practical. And Capricorn is born out of the 10th house of business and status and how you are seen. In business and status. Alright, so pull 3 cards out. Just shuffle this 1 more time. And let's begin. Now, the first card that you get is the Hierophant. Alright, so I feel like you are committed to something when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. And in doing so, you're following traditional values moving forward. And get a drink of water. Now, moving on to your next card, which is the King of Pentacles. So, the King of Pentacles, this is you having everything that you want and need in the material realm, and you having everything that you want and need in the material realm may make you a bit selfish, because you have taken a lot of time to get where you are. So don't let that length or that time that you had to take to get where you are affect you or others in a negative way when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, with your next and final card, but last but not least, you get the Queen of Wands. So, with the Queen of Wands, you are being optimistic and very passionate and very outgoing during this time in the realms of love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. So, let's clarify these cards. Shuffle this 1 more time. And to clarify. Now, with the Hierophant, the Hierophant gets clarified by the 7 of Swords. So even though you are committed to something, you may need to detour yourself from deception, self-deception, or deception from others. I feel like this is self-deception towards that's affecting your commitment towards whatever you love, appreciate, and what you're willing to compromise with. So fight through this deception, and know that Pluto is right on top of y'all in the sign of Capricorn, and Neptune is sextiling y'all. So y'all have opportunities to create new illusions. So this self-deception could be coming from new illusions, or this is deception from somebody else. But since this is the Hierophant, that the 7 of Swords is clarifying, I feel as if this is deception of your own doing, especially with Neptune and Pisces retrograding, sextiling your sign of Capricorn. Now, with the King of Pentacles, you get the Star card clarifying the King of Pentacles. So, with the Star card being here, you could be dealing with Aquarius or Taurus, by the way. Fair part to say that. But with the Star card being here, you are focusing on healing while having everything that you want and need. Focus on being optimistic in the realms of love, and continue to go after what you love, appreciate, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, with the Queen of Wands, is clarified by the Ace of Swords. So, with the Ace of Swords being here, not the Ace of Swords, but the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is saying that you are sparking a new, passionate vision for yourself, and that in the realms of love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. So, Continue to go after this vision. Continue going after what you want and desire. Stay optimistic. Stay independent. And stay true to what you have envisioned for yourself in the realms of love. Okay? So, let's shuffle the Moonology Oracle deck 3 more times. And we will end your reading off with what Mother Moon wants to say to you through me. Shuffle this one more time and we will draw cards. Okay, so your first card from Mother Moon to you through me is Gibeus Moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. So, as long as you stay committed to this vision that you've envisioned for yourself, and remove any self-deception that you may have for yourself, and keep staying optimistic and healing yourself through having everything that you want and need, know that you are very close to achieving your goal in the realms of love, appreciation, whatever it is that you are compromising with. Now, with Mutable Moon as your next card for Mother Moon, this is saying nothing is yet set in stone. So, do not deceive yourself by thinking that things will not come to fruition, that things are not going to happen for you, because like the card says, nothing is yet set in stone. Follow your intuition and keep healing yourself and fighting through this deception and going after this vision that you envisioned for yourself in the realms of love. Now your last but not least card that Mother Moon will give to you through me is New Moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. So, meditate and contemplate. Take the time and space for yourself to really ponder about what it is, dealing with the vision that you've envisioned for yourself in the realm of love, and meditate on it and contemplate on it. Okay? Now, moving on to Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturns. Yeah. So Aquarius, you are fixed air, being fixated on your own ways of thinking and communicating. And Aquarius was born out of the 11th house of how you're seen in the public arena, as well as your associates and associations. So, that being said, shuffle this 2 more times and we will begin. Okay, so your first card that you get is the Page of Swords. So with the Page of Swords, this is saying that you adapt into your situation at hand when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. But you may be a little bit immature in your communication style. Alright, so focus on how you're communicating with others, who you love and appreciate, as well as who you are willing to compromise with, and adapt yourself to the situation at hand in that realm of love. Alright, so the next card is the Ace of Pentacles. So with the Ace of Pentacles, this is a new opportunity for yourself and in the material world. So that can both be externally or internally, because you as a spirit are no thing, no shape, no form. So pretty much everything is an external thing, but the Yin realm is just the external or the internal realm. Alright, so with that being said, the Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity in the realms of love, appreciation, and whatever you're willing to compromise with. Your last card, but definitely not least, is the Ace of Wands. So this is a new passionate vision that you have sparked for yourself. You have given fuel and flame and passion towards, and you are really going after this vision that you envisioned for yourself in the realms of love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, let's clarify these cards. into any more detail that you may, the universe may want you to know. And then we'll move on to the Moonology Oracle deck. Shuffle this 2 more times. Okay, so the Page of Swords is clarified by the Two of Swords. So, with the Page of Swords clarifying the Two of Swords, this is saying, or the Two of Swords clarifying the Page of Swords, this is saying that you have a decision that you need to make when it comes to adapting yourself to the situation. Follow your intuition, make the best choice for your betterment of your own well-being and your highest good in the realms of love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. To really go within and see what the internal realm and your intuition is telling you, and make a choice based off what's best for you. Now with the Ace of Pentacles, you get the Five of Swords. So I feel like there was a situation that you feel defeated, or there was defeat in a situation or circumstance, and a new opportunity opened up to you from this defeat. So this is really a good thing. So, but and the defeat isn't a good thing, obviously. But whatever you've been defeated by, a new opportunity opened up for you from this defeat. Now, with the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands gets clarified by the Three of Swords. So, this vision that you've envisioned for yourself in the realms of love, there may be a necessary sacrifice that you've had to make dealing with this vision. Alright, so you may have had to go through a necessary sacrifice or heartbreak in order to spark this new vision for yourself in the realms of love. Do not let any negativity from this defeat or heartbreak or necessary sacrifice deter you from this vision and opportunity for yourself. Adapt yourself to the situation the best you can, and pay attention to how you communicate with others. Like I said, don't let this defeat and this heartbreak get to you during this time, or this necessary sacrifice that you've had to make get to you during this time when it comes to the realms of love, appreciation, and what it is that you are willing to compromise with. Now, moving on to what Mother Moon wants to get to you through me. So, pull 3 cards out. Okay, so with your first card from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecasted. So, no matter which direction you go and no matter what choice that you make, know that a win-win outcome is forecasted, and that you don't have to be afraid to make this necessary sacrifice to go after this vision, as well as don't let this defeat get to you, but and deter you from this opportunity in the material realm, because a win-win outcome is forecasted in the realms of love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, with the second card from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. So, this is just talking about this defeat that you might have had. This defeat led you to an opportunity into the material world, and you had to make a choice and adapt yourself to the situation, even though your communication wasn't that well put, and any necessary sacrifice that you had to make, you need to, is a necessity to go after what you have envisioned for yourself, as far as in the realm of love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with, and know that a personal issue will reach resolution doing so, especially if you accept this opportunity in the realms of love. and as well as following this vision in the realms of love as well. So the last card, but definitely not least, from Mother Moon to you through me, is New Moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. So meditate on what you need or want to do, what you desire to do in the realms of love. Take time for yourself to meditate about it and go after what's best for you and your highest good and the betterment of your own well-being. So, that being said, moving on to Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter. You guys are last, but you guys are definitely not least. So, Pisces is the mutable water, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of feeling the emotions. And you guys are born out of the 12th house of the subconscious realm, dreams, illusion, and creativity, and whatever you fantasize about. So, in fantasies, pretty much. Alright, so, shuffle this one more time. Lay your cards out. And let's begin. And we'll force, I'm going to drink some water, no pun intended. Now, the first card that you get is the Nine of Swords. So, with the Nine of Swords, this is talking about you having to defend yourself from any negative thoughts or feelings that may transmute, or any negative thoughts. That would be the Nine of Wands. But this is the Nine of Swords, so you're having to defend yourself from overthinking, worrying, stress, and negative thoughts. Do your best to transmute these negative thoughts into positive thoughts, positive positivity as a whole, and by understanding that you as a spirit are no thing, no shape, no form, and you have the power and the capability of transmuting any negative thoughts into positive thoughts by creating a higher perspective of the situation that you're in currently. Now, the next card is this Knight of Swords. So with the Knight of Swords, you are moving fast with communication towards what you want and desire when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you are willing to compromise with. So, like I said, don't let these negative thoughts deter you from going after what you want and desire in the realms of love, and communicate wholeheartedly about what you want and desire in said realms of love. So your last but not least card they get from the Universal Character Tarot deck is the Ten of Cups. So as long as you get rid of these negative thoughts, go after what you want and communicate about what you want and desire in the realm of love, you will find yourself in a happy place, a happy and abundant place in the emotional realm. Okay? Just fight through those negative thoughts, and let's clarify what those negative thoughts are about, plus the rest of the cards in your reading. So, the Seven of Swords was peeking itself out from the deck while shuffling, so you might be dealing with some self-deception, but see if it comes out in the clarifying cards. Alright, cool. So, with the Nine of Swords gets clarified by the Moon card. So, you are anxious and worrying and stressing about things that may happen, that may not even be happening, but you're worried about the unknown. Alright, follow your intuition about what's going on in your current situation and circumstance. Don't let the unknown cause any fear or worry. Mind you, Neptune and Pisces is retrograding in your sign, with Pluto and Capricorn retrograding sextiling, so that can cause a lot of worries about what is to come in the future, and wanting you to take opportunities to, with that Pluto and Capricorn sextiling your sign. This can create opportunities for you to take power and control over a lot of situation. Do your best to not let fear of the unknown bother you and make you stress and worry and cause you to freak out. Alright? Follow your intuition and you'll be okay. In the realms of love, appreciation, and whatever it is that you're willing to compromise with. Now with the Knight of Swords, you get the Ward card, clarifying the Knight of Swords. So, as long as you communicate about what you want and desire, in the realms of love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with, you will find completion in this. Alright? You need to communicate about what you want. You need to complete the cycle and to get rid of this fear of the unknown. All it takes is communication, so open your mouth and communicate. And let closed mouths don't get fed if you do not communicate. So, communicate. Anyways, moving on to the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is clarified by the King of Wands. So, as long as you take a leadership role in this vision that you've envisioned for yourself, you will find happiness and abundance in the emotional realm. Be a leader, be a fatherly-like figure, but do not let the effect of, or if things don't seem like they're growing into fruition, don't let that bother you and deter you from taking this leadership role. Continue to move in this leadership role and being a father figure to others when it comes to love, appreciation, and whatever it is that you're willing to compromise with. Now, let's see what your 3 cards from Mother Moon wants to give to you through me. After I shuffle the deck 2 more times. So, your first card that Mother Moon wants to give to you through me is South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. So don't let the past situations that you might have been in hold you back from having happiness in the present moment. Don't let the past, even if the present situation or circumstance is looking like the past, don't let that affect you in any way, shape, or form. And don't let your past hold you back when it comes to love, appreciation, and what you're willing to compromise with. Now, your next card that you get is Fixed Moon, Hold Your Vision. So, hold your vision. Hold this vision that you have envisioned for yourself. Sorry, it's door. Can't help it. It's South Texas. It's really sandy. Door over here. But anyways, continuing on. Hold your vision on whatever this is that you've envisioned for yourself. And in doing so, you will find a lot of happiness and abundance in the emotional realm when it comes to love, appreciation, and whatever it is that you are compromising with. Now, your last card from Mother Moon to you, through me, but definitely not least, is New Moon in Scorpio. Walk through your fears. Walk through your fears of the unknown. Don't let the unknown cause you to act in ways that are out of character. And communicate about what it is that you are fearful about, so you can complete this cycle, and so that you can walk through your fears during this transit of Venus in Leo, transiting the last 15 degrees of Leo, and to complete the cycle and find happiness and abundance when it comes to love, appreciation, and whatever you're compromising with. Now, with that being said, I hope this helped all of y'all. I hope this gave you clarity that you were looking for. I hope this aided you in any way. And with that being said, I hope you guys have the rest of Venus and Leo transit be good to you. And until next time, peace. And a happy Venus Day. Peace.